I met Harry on my audition day.
You should let me love you.
Zayn Malik, Harry Styles.
We both auditioned in Manchester.
Isn't she lovely?
And we were literally sat next to each other in the audition.
Oh, so it was like fucking meant to be.
He was sat right next to me, we spoke, and I went in and did like a producing audition round, and then he went in straight after me.
Leaving the band obviously shook the fucking world.
I don't know how to feel at the moment.
Zayn's gone?
And everyone was like, Zayn, like, no, like, just take us back to that moment of like actually sitting with yourself and knowing it was time to leave.
Yeah, I think I'd known for a minute. There was a lot of, look, I don't want to go into too much detail. There's obviously underlying issues like within our friendships too. We'd been together every day for 5 years and we'd got sick of each other, if we're being completely honest.
Zayn, welcome to Call Her Daddy.
Hey.
So happy that you're here. To mental. It was mental. Also,
So I was kind of half asleep and G walked in with the phone and like showed it to me and I like seen it. I was like, oh shit.
It's like 6 years ago was the last time I did one.
we're kind of like popping the cherry back off.
I think so, yeah.
You're getting
something like that.
So you're living in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
But I'm curious to know, like, of all the trendy spots that you could have picked.
Like, they always think it's super random that I live out here. I ended up coming out here with my ex a bit, like, and I fell in love with it to, like, just craziness all the time. And I just wanted to, like, take a break from, like, the busy city, because, like, I was living in New York for 3 years at the time. In Bradford, like, in the UK, it's a lot more this kind of pace and vibe. So I feel like I just fit in better.
I feel like, again, you're kind of this mysterious guy, Zayn. We don't really know too much about you.
Really, I just not really. I just like to just like chill, you know, like to be in the back a little bit, like trying to like be in your face.
Alone? Are you someone that likes to be alone?
Mind hanging out with people now. I don't mind hanging out with people now.
Yeah. Okay, and so you are the one boy and three sisters. What was it like growing up with all mostly women around you? Like, how do you think that shaped you?
Opinionated, you know, they're very strong characters. A bit of a cheeky. I was a bit of a cheeky. Used to get into all kinds of just childish stuff, you know.
Along with kids in school? Did you get along with kids in school? Were you like the cool kid? Were you bullied? Like,
pretty much everyone knew people knew of me. I've had like 2-3 close friends. Okay. I wasn't bullied either. Yeah, grateful for the things that I have now.
Because you can sing and you could sing. When did you first realize?
In like school choir and stuff. Like I'd done a bit in like school choir and stuff. Like these 3 girls that were in choir just so I can hang around these girls. And they were triplets, and that's why I just was like, I'm gonna be in choir just so I can hang around these girls. We were performing arts college, like production that year for Greece. They were doing the school production that year for Greece, and I auditioned. Everyone was like, whoa, you can sing. And then my music teacher like recommended that I get like a couple of singing lessons. X Factor.
You should let me love you.
As you
think you've got a good chance.
See where you are without your mom. You didn't want to get out because you didn't want to get out of bed the morning that you had the X Factor audition, and your mom made you go.
Yeah, I was like, it was just nerves. I was like, you are going.
Sang?
Yeah, I do. I'm gonna go see what happens. So yeah, I definitely owe it to her for that, for sure.
My God.
I performed back a few times and cringed every time.
You should let me love you.
It's okay, bro. Watch it. Like I feel like I could like give myself a hug, you know, and be like, it's okay, bro. Because I'm like holding onto the mic for dear life.
For everyone, Simon, everyone came to you guys and they had this idea to invent One Direction. Did you even meet anyone before? Did you even meet anyone before they put you guys together?
Yeah, we knew each other like just from around, so naturally you speak to people who are like a similar age to you around there and stuff, and we were at boot camp together, and I met Harry on my audition day, because and we were literally sat, we both auditioned in Manchester, and we were literally sat next to each other in the audition.
Oh, so it was like fucking meant to be.
He was sat right next to me, we spoke, and I went in and did like a producing audition round, and then he went in straight after me. In interest in us.
Once you started obviously One Direction and you joined One Direction, like how quickly did your actual life change? Were you even able to comprehend it?
Take its toll, you know what I mean? So not really, I don't think I comprehended it at all. Like I think it's just a rush, you know, it was like just fun. You know, like I try not to think about them things on that kind of level, like, oh, I'm super famous. Like I just make music. The music that we were meant to make, I think I got out at the right time. I think if I had done it any longer, it might have affected me a bit more, but
you know, you got out and obviously shook the fucking world. Obviously shook the fucking world. Like, no, like keep of like actually sitting. Just take us back to that moment of like actually sitting with yourself and knowing it was time to leave.
In it, there was a lot of, look, I don't want to go into too much detail, but there was a lot of politics going on. We're doing certain things, certain people didn't want to, certain people were doing certain things, certain people didn't want to sign contracts. So I knew something was happening. If I'm being honest with you, I was like, I'm just going to get out of here. I think this is done. If I'm being completely honest with you, I completely selfishly wanted to be the first person to go and make my own record. If I'm being completely honest with you, I was like, I'm going to jump the gun here for the first time. I wanted to be the first to go and do my own thing. We got sick of each other. Then there was obviously underlying issues like within our friendships too. We'd been together every day for 5 years and we got sick of each other, if we're being completely honest. So we were close, you know, we'd done crazy things with it now in a much fonder light than I would have, you know, as I'd just left.
I love that you're saying that too, because I think
great experiences, I had great times with them, but yeah, we just run our course.
People 24/7, no shit. In the time, I can imagine everyone was so idealizing this band. What was gonna think of you?
The first thing I wanted to do, I think I was afraid. My mom, as cheesy as that sounds,